madness comes at any moment, at any time, at any place. So that's why you have to be ready at all times. Hello again and welcome to Art with Mad Mel. I am the maddest artist probably in the entire world, and I thank you for being here again for another lovely episode. What are we going to be doing tonight? Or today? Or tomorrow? Depending where you are in the world. Because we have mad ones all over the place. But if you're here tonight, then I welcome you. Hello, Demetra. Are you live? I can't tell anymore. I mean, I don't know. You know, they always changing things on me. Like I can't ever tell, right? I mean, you know, some people are getting notifications, some people are not. I don't know. I just go by what I'm seeing and what the algorithm is telling me, like, oh man, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. You know what? We're here tonight, and that's all that matters. So if this is your first time here, what I'm going to be doing tonight, like I do most nights, is I'm probably going to be doing some digital work. There we go. I knocked my camera around cleaning up the desk, right? This is going to be the counterpart to those bad boys. I'm getting this set up for Shredder, Krang, Bebop, Rocksteady. So I might actually adjacent it like Shredder, Krang, Rocksteady, Bebop, you know, something like that. Anyways, we're going to be doing digital work tonight. Back to the Mega Man coloring book. I'm going to be working on that, and all the music is done by yours truly. I went through and just said, why not play my own stuff? I just don't care. Because, you know, I think my music's alright. No info about the show. It's okay. You know, it never is, it's acting some kind of way, right? And the info basically about the show is, well, basically I'm working on a coloring book of Mega Man. And it's kind of an homage to it by doing Mega Man 1 and 2 and also the X series all intermingled in there with different bosses, and it's all about the boss fights and kind of the picture that I have previous that I've done before already had a picture of Mega Man. So that one was inspired by the Mega Man X, which what I'm doing right now is the evolution of 1 and 2, and then you see the other picture of him in X, which will also be in there. And I'll make a little short video about the coloring books to kind of show what's going on, to highlight them before I put them back onto the Etsy store, since I had to redo that. But yeah, hopefully that answered the question. And let me go over here real quick. Actually, everything's acting silly. Let me see here. There we go. What's today? Today's Thursday. Wow, this week has flown by, but what day doesn't, right? There's always something flying by. Days, weeks, months, years. Everything's flying by. So I'm going to go on and get the page pulled up real quick. If I remember where we're at. I have Pyro Man done. I also have Scissor Man, which I spelled that wrong, which I got to fix that. Let's see, I think I was on Rock Man. I have Ice Man, I just did. And then I have to have Bomber Man and then Rock Man, wherever I put Rock Man. Know that info. Oh yeah, about me being on or anything like that. I don't know what that's about. That's been going on for a minute. I've sent some things to them, and they just said, oh well, you know, thank you for letting us know, and that they're going to do something, whatever the case. You know, I don't know. It's hard to say with them, you know. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm trying to find the page that I stopped at. Ah, here it is. Rockman. I already had it set. There we go. Alright. So I got that ready. Let's go over here. So now we can see what we're working on. I have the pose here, what I want, right? And the only thing I want to do with this, because I know a lot of people have asked me, like, oh man, can you do it without the models? I mean, I can. But what I like the pose. So what I'm going to do here is show you how to draw Mega Man if you're so wanting to know how to. And we're going to use this as an easy basis for that. Try to show you guys something. you know, try to do something different, right? So in most cases, I would just trace this normally, but what we're going to do is I'm just going to do orbs, right? Circles, and these circles are then going to lead off into me going back. When I do the line work, where I normally do more of the detailed line work, I will just do that with the circles and kind of just etch that away and show you how I have learned how to do this. I don't do it myself because, you know, I've finessed my own style of doing things, but I can show you how I learned this, and then you can learn it as well. It's just basically finessing the lines that are already there and not just erasing them like they're nothing, right? So the first thing I want to do is I want to make the head, I want to make his arm, right? So head, I just follow like normal, right? Just make a normal little circle, and it don't really matter, like I said, it's line work. So you do that, and then of course we already know from the previous blaster, it's just basically a big huge oval that comes back to his arm, right? And then you just do the same thing for this part here. There you go. Now you got Megan's blaster, right? There's a blaster there, and then you would come back here for like the rest of the body. If you wanted to do this, you can make a circle here, like a circle for the neck, and then you could do just a big circle for like the torso, right? An arm with head features. Yeah. Yeah, he does. He thinks with his elbows. That's exactly it. Just a whole messed up metal man. Thanks for showing up. Happy to have you here. Oh man, let's see here. So we got. So what I'm doing is just the ovals. Yeah, and where did I leave? Oh yeah. So you do a little oval here, and then you can do just a little orb there, little orbs here. You know, nothing major. You just want something to hold it, right? Placeholder. And then from here, I'm trying not to do old habit, right? So from here, what you want to do from this, if you want to do more detail with like, oh man, I want to show more with the whole area in this area right here, what you can do is, of course, you can do the whole like ball or concave it however you want. There's no need for that because line work, right? So you would just orbit right here. That's kind of the waist, and then you would just make another ball here and like another ball there, right? So you got the hip, right? If you want to do that, if you want to get more technical with it and you want it to make more sense, which I don't really think about it this much because, you know, like I said, I'm doing it differently. You can do the orbs on the sides of the legs. So if you wanted to have it a more cleaner way, you can actually set it here, and then you can just orb on the side of the leg. Or if you want to go larger, you can do a big oval here, however you want to, however you feel like you want to there, just to get familiar with it, right? So, and then from that point, you can either make another oval for the leg to the ankle, or if you want to be more technical, you can always make it a hinged knee situation with the ball if you want to go that route. I would say just get used to the hinge. You can do it however you want to, especially if you're not really sure what you want to do, just to be familiar with it. It's nice to have fun with art than to just be a perfectionist, because if you always going forward to perfection, you'll never actually enjoy the art, right? So there, I gave you guys a nugget of information. I hope somebody got that. If not, oh well. Okay, so I do the little G.I. Joe hinge feet, right? Think of your toys. Think of your toys. Barbies, your G.I. Joes. Think how they were hinged. If you had good hinged ones, sometimes you get the ones that kind of suck. They weren't hinged that well, right? You know, sometimes they weren't the greatest. And then this guy, because he's bigger, we'll just put that there. And then we can just put that there. And then Ovaltine his arm here, right? More Ovaltine, please. Good grief, man. What a deep programming that was. Alright, and then we can just oval his hand here, kind of a cup oval, right? And then we can do the same thing over here, which will then allow us to have him put the whole boulder, right? Boulder in his hand. Is this it? Yeah, that's how that works, right? And then, because he's going to be bulky, we'll give him a kind of a lower abdomen. And then you want to diamond shape the waist, right? And then from there, then you can oval the legs. And then you can do the knee if you want to do the knee. If you want to be funky and put a knee there, and then you want to do a whole oval for the calf, you can do that. Or with this leg over here on this side, right, you can just take it. If you don't even want to do that, if you want to keep it the other way, keep it plain, keep it simple, you know, simple and safe, right? Simple and safe there. So you can just put it that way, and then you can oval it again. Either way, you get the same result. The knee just gives you a little bit different way, but you can still work this. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're doing it, it doesn't matter, right? So you put them there, and then, you know, then the foot, right? That's what you would normally think, right, for that. Mega Man characters are bulky. So excommunicate all that. So at the knee, right, if you're doing anything with Mega Man, anything, and this works for Mega Man himself or any of the other characters, 9 times out of 10, if they're humanoid, keep it in mind, humanoid, they have kind of the normal Bigfoot kind of ordeal, right? Their knee will bend. There's like an orb there, orb here, right? And then from that point, then you got the shin guard, and then whatever bulky big boy, you know, concrete boot foot, you know, there you go. You know, there's a whole Mega Man boss leg, you know, and I'll put something awesome here, like some tread or something there, you know, something gnarly, but usually that's the size of their leg. Same thing with Mega Man. You know, his leg will be that size too. It'll just basically curve up here, right? Curve up there. Yeah, and then we could just come in here, bop, 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 right? You know, Mickey D's, I'm loving it, whatever kind of stuff. I don't actually eat. I haven't eaten there in a while. I've cut out fast food. I've been trying to stay away from fast food, not for any other reason besides just I don't like the way it's making my stomach feel, man. I don't think my body can handle it anymore. Have you guys ever felt like that? Like, I can't handle the fast food. I don't know. By the way, the other channel's up. I want to pin that today somewhere. I should have put this in the somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Don't let me forget. 9 o'clock. I'm going to try to do something with that. But anyways, that's normally the bulky legs. But I'm going to fix that more detailed when we get to line work, right? So there. I want to just stick with this. There you go. Okay? So we're not going to go too wild. You just look at that. There you go. That's the basis of where we're going to start. And then he's got his boulder there. We'll start with... Let's see, what do we do here? Do a platform. There. Alright. And then put another line there. Right? Give it some depth like it's a pitfall. Right? Because, you know, Mega Man always had pitfalls. There we go. Alright. So, pretty much orbs. That's the idea. You do the bubbles and stuff. Then, whatever sulfur you're using, you go to the next layer. You can do a normal raster layer, or if you want, you could do like a vector layer. In this case, because I'm doing a coloring book, I want to try to do a vector layer and try to get the line a little bit cleaner just because of that. That's what I've been doing for the majority of these. Yeah, let's get rid of that one, and then let's get rid of this one and bring it back, and then we'll do a new one. Cool. From here, now I can get rid of that, and then this layer here, I can just tone this down, right? There we go. And now, in this layer, this is where we do all the finesse and all the finagling around and everything. So, what I'm going to do, so I can try to keep this the way I need it, I'm going to open this up, because I'm trying to keep it close to what I have this the beginning Mega Man look like. And I'm only doing this Nintendo for entertainment purposes, so you guys can chill out, right? Like, nobody's coming for you guys. So this is what it initially looks like. This is what the basis of like Mega Man 1, Mega Man 2, right? This is what he's looking like so far. So I need this to be... There we go. Cool. Now, I don't have to use this as a reference picture, right? So, let me see here. Now I can just grab that, which makes my life a lot easier. I can just get what I need. So anything new with you Mad Ones before I turn on the music? Because I kind of just wanted to show that, and then I'm going to be done within a second how I can show you the last part. But before we turn on the music and all that crazy jazz, is there anything new with you guys? Anything interesting, cool, silly, fun? Did it not save? Oh, I am so unhappy. Wait a minute. No, it did. It just didn't do it the way I thought it was, because, that's where it went. Did it go there? No. Well, I have to find the folder that it went to, because it's being silly. Because it didn't go where I thought it was going to go. And I think it's different because I changed some stuff around, trying to do the right thing by not having so much clutter on my desk. Now I'm confused where I saved that to. Oh, I know where it's at. Never mind. Silly me. This asylum is really hard on the brain, right? It's very difficult sometimes. There's so much madness in this place. It's hard to pay attention sometimes. Damn. That is not what I needed. But it's close. No. Why? Wait. No. Where is it? Oh, I'm not happy right now. Where did it go? See, I don't like that. I need to change where it's at. Hello, whoever just popped up. Happy to have you here. Ah, there we go. Now we're cooking with jet fuel, not gasoline. Gasoline's slow. You know, what I want is I want my burger to just be already done. I just want it to just, look at it and it's already like ready to go. And that's what jet fuel will do. It will do it every time. The first time. Here we are. Alright, so now I have this. Now we have the reference picture here. So now I have the whole basis of what his head looks like. already here in this area right here, right? You know, so we're going to start there. And basically, his whole helmet is an M, right? That's the whole trick to Mega Man. His helmet is an M. So first thing you do is just up, down, up, and then basically is off into the blind spot, but you can just bring it down here, boom, right? Or however you want to pull his head up. But in this case, because it's Rockman, I think he needs his head to be a little bit higher. So we're going to start about here, you know, kind of halfway turned into the shot. I'll figure out the head in a minute. Where is it? Oh, we're going to start back here. There we go. So the perspective is right there. That's where I want it. And then the front of the helmet's here. There we go. And then we'll bring that part down, which will then bring his head up right here. And then we'll bring the helmet down. And then of course we'll put the circle here. And you can just, you know, basic circle right there. There you go. Do you guys even want music? Well, we don't even have to have music, really. I mean, if you guys want music, we can have it. Or if you guys want to just chat, the whole chat's open. You guys let me know. I don't mind either way. This is... boom. Okay. And then he's going to have all these extra wires and stuff. Yeah, we got a good idea here. There we go. There we are. Okay. So now from here we need to do the shoulders. You know, I make him a little bit bulkier just because the fact that I always think of him as, you know, he's a robot, right? So he is a robot, and I try to remember that. Try to keep it somewhat man-like but still mechanical, right? So I'm trying to play in the balance with that. Let's see here. And then we had this. Yeah, that was where it was different. There we are. Okay. And let me see what's going on here with the legs. Yeah, legs need to be pulled up a little bit. Cool. Alright. Oh. Man. I know summer's over. I know everybody's kind of feeling that a little bit. Nobody is happy. Nobody's going to be really happy with anything for probably the next couple of weeks. Like, everybody's going to be feeling it. Parents are going to be feeling it. Kids are going to be feeling it. You know, young adults going back to either school or college are going to be feeling it. Everybody's feeling it right now. You know, summer's basically over. We're just finishing it up. You know. Oh man, Mel, why do you have to be so doom and gloom? Well, I'm not being doom and gloom. You know, we get the good old cold, No, it ain't gonna be cold. It's actually, the weather's so jacked up. It's probably gonna be hot during fall, which is, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Like I always carry a jacket with me in the summer because I never knew when it was going to try to snow. Because everything's crazy. So that was, that's funny. It's also a joke too for some of you that may not understand the dark, cynical humor of the madman here, right? So yeah, had a little bit of an incident with one of the patients. Sadly, the other day, mid recording of one of the madman, talking, they decided that they were going to get on the stage for recreation time and have their show there, and it was a shitty show, and nobody had a good time. Everybody had a terrible time. Yeah, I didn't enjoy that at all. They said that the things that they've been seeing on the screen has been disturbing them. I told them they need to quit watching so much news. By the way, that's the video that's going to be coming up soon, so you guys should check that out. Watching too much news will rot your brain. Some people may disagree with that. I firmly believe that if you watch too much of anything that keeps you in a low mental vibration, it'll eventually eat your brain apart. But Mel, how do you know this? Well, we here in the facility have, all different types of individuals that are here. Some of them are the extreme on certain things. So we are well equipped and prepared. Man, I gotta fix this leg. Something about this isn't fitting right. It's too stiff. I don't like that. Actually, I don't like how the body was moving, the action here. It's kind of tacky. A little tacky on my end. Didn't like it. So we're going to change that. And see, that's the beautiful part. You can always change things up. You don't always have to have it exactly the same. Sometimes a different angle. Like that. There we go. There we are. Okay. Let me see if I can make this look like he's running faster than that. Nope. Hold on. We got this. I can fix this. There's that. Then it comes up and down. Over, down. And then we got the toes. Followed by that. Nope. That was like a hand. That was like a mitten. That was silly looking. It needs to go this way. Taper off. Like that. There. Alright. And then from here it's bump, bump, bump. There we go. Alright. Now I need the picture of Rockman. Right. Oh. Sorry. Let me show you real quick. Alright. Here. Let me do this real quick. If you want to do a normal Mega Man. So that way I'm not off topic. Let me just make this. Right. Here he is. We'll do Mega Man's head. Do just a big orb. Right. Orb. And then you can do the cylindrical neck. Alright, oval. Then you can even do the oval and then a you can do an oval like that. There's an oval. Do a smaller one. There we go. There we go. There. There. I'll just do that. Two big ovals. There. Okay. So that's the baseline for him, right? And then from here, if you're using pencil and paper, what you would do here is basically you could just, lightly erase that, right? And then you're going to erase this part here, right? And then you can actually just erase the center part right there, and then that piece there, right? However you want him to be, if you were trying to have him facing like towards us with his arm up, because it's usually his right arm, how he's facing. So in this case, if he was facing towards us, he would be facing like that. Well, he'll be mirrored, but basically that would be the idea. So you have him here, and then of course you can leave his arm there, this arm here. If you want to clean it up, you can just, keep the same idea with the oval, and do that. And then the body, right? Basic, simple, lower legs. You would just kind of clean that up, but you would want to keep that in perpendicular shape here to the hip, right? Because that's where the hip would be. So if I was you, starting off with this, not really knowing what I wanted to do, or if it was, what am I wanting to do with this, I would start with the hips, because at that point, once you're able to kind of establish where the legs are at, and you kind of know where the torso's at, then you can work with the hips. So the hips, you would just basically make a kind of like a T shape, Think of like a transformer lower half or something like that. It's the same ordeal. You can concave it a little bit, almost to make it look like that, right? Give it that little shape, and then from here you can just connect the legs like an oval, just all the way around to the lower part, and then you can bring it up and bring it around to the lower part. Same thing, and then from here you can connect it, right? Just connect it, make it look like basically look like a pear at that point. From here, you can adjust how you want his chest to look. If you want it to be big and bulky, you can do that, or if you wanted to change it up, you can do all of that here. Adjust how you want his head, but if you want his body, like typical Mega Man, boom, there, kind of, I don't know, he wouldn't be that lanky and long. His chest would probably be a little bit lower, probably be more box shaped, something in that order. There. So from here, we can just fix this. It'd almost be similar to like a Metroid kind of situation. And just make it a big blaster. It doesn't, just make it cylindrical. And then give this like a little bit of a connector point. Main thing that you want to do also is make sure you got his little power thing here with the dashes in it. You don't want to have any extra lines in there, so you might want to just keep that clear. But if it's something extra, you can do that. It makes it look unique, if that's what you want to do. But if you want to be traditional, there are many reference pictures out there. I like to just put a little extra, something my own flair to it, there. And then, of course, you got his neck here, to the suit. There's his body and the suit. Get that situated. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And then, of course, we got his helmet. There we go. Mr. Magneto. Something like that. So it's kind of a general idea of what you can do. And that's just something with me not really putting a lot to it, just doodling, right? That's just doodling something, right? Whatever. So that's something, right? So I wanted to do that, show you guys, because I did say that I was going to do it, and then I almost forgot. So hey, there we go. Let's see here. Where was it? Oh, my reference pictures. There we go. So now I need Rockman. Wherever he went. Let me get Rockman. That was where? Here we go. Boom. No, those are not the right reference pictures that I need. There we go. Okay. Got it now. Let's see. Let me turn something on. Let me see here. Oh no. Whoops. Why is this even over here? That didn't even need to be there. Nothing is working like it was supposed to. I think I am being hijacked. Nah, I doubt that. I doubt anybody's hijacking me. I don't know why they would want to hijack me. That would be kind of weird. Here's a whole folder of crazy music. I hope you enjoy it while I sit here and draw Rockman. Have fun. Let's see what this will do. I don't even know. It's a folder. I had this for a bunch of stuff I was working on. And I don't even know how long any of this stuff is. So have fun with it. Oh man, where is he? So I'm going to try to make him look a little bit different than what, you know, the idea is to make him a little bit bulkier. Because he was always kind of just big and dopey looking, but I want him to look a little bit more like on the menacing side. So, let's... Yeah, there we go. I want to make this a little bit darker. Oh yeah, that's right. Top part of his mouth is... yeah, there we go. Okay, and then we'll put the orb right here. Down. Nope. Foot's wrong. Oh, yeah. So we're gonna have to calculate the rock size a little bit different, but that's okay because I want him to be a little bit bulkier and stronger. Almost looks like, you know, let's see. Oh, so you're gonna act silly now. Oh, that's what shut off earlier. You dope. I don't need it. Get out of here. Oh, whoops. Oh, I forgot. Let's make this room feel like it's way deeper than what it needs to be, right? Surprisingly, this song, a lot of people, out of all the stuff that I've done, you know, they really like this one for some reason. I don't know. It's one of my favorites. It took me a while to get that echo effect. So. Oh boy, what other madness is about to pop up? Oh. Where is it? Come here. Where are you? Oh, what? When I don't need a crack in the wall, you're everywhere. When I need you, you're nowhere to be found. Oh, you sucker. Where did I put you? We're not doing this again because I tightened up everything. Not my fault. All of that for that echo. I wanted you to feel like you were having a panic attack. I hope I succeeded. That hum of that echo will make you go crazy after a while. Now I think someone left. Oh well. Not everybody can make it. Unfortunately, I just don't care. Oh boy, something you ate probably didn't agree with you, sir. I feel bad for you. I understand that. It sucks. You know, food is not anybody's friend anymore. Like, you know, you eat and then you take a risk. You eat and then you take a risk. Every time it's a chance, a challenge. Now I'm still going to eat food. You know, but there's always something. Boy, oh boy, what's happening here? Man, where is it? No, it's not a highlight brush. What is this? Is this it? No. I don't feel like that. I don't know why that got mixed up in here. That wasn't even supposed to be here. Oh well. It happens. Is this the slow? No. This, it needs to be the faster one. This is not. That's not it. There's another version I sped up. Sounds much better than that.
Where? Need a floor. Ah, here we go. That's what I needed. I need a better one though, because he's been throwing this ball all over the place. Okay, now since I understand how this dumbass brush works, I can fix this now properly. Good. Crush. There's supposed to be more to this, but it never happened. Oh shit. There we go. Okay, so now everything is... There we are. Get a bunch of cracks in there. There's all of that. Yeah, you weren't ready for that, were you? Sleep to this on repeat every night. I just lay there staring at the wall to this. Yeah, no. Feels so good inside. Oh, this looks nice. I like this. Yeah, that came out pretty well. I like this. I'm not going to go too hard in the paint with it. But what I will do that I will fix this part up right here where his like chest is at. Right here. We will fix that. Ugh, this song was so nice to make. Because I had to sit here and listen to this. It took me 2 days to make this. To get that like jittery sound. It took me a minute, you know, and set it all up. So I had to sit there and just listen to it over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah, you know. And I can say that I got right. Yeah, I got right. It didn't even hurt at all. Like I just sat there and just gave in to the yes. And I didn't have to fight it. There was no need. It was a nightmare. It is when you come into this place. Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. And then you come in here, hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, but you know, that was such a fun song. And it was going to be slower than that, but I didn't want it to be because that was silly. Cool, we got Rockman done. And yeah, it's going to be fine like that. So we got Rockman finished. Wow, that actually came through pretty quick. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, now we can fix Iceman. This looks silly. Iceman is not hard to do. There we go. This guy doesn't even look like Mega Man. He looks silly. This arm is crooked. That's what's going on here. All of that's wrong. You're getting no rest. Oh man, hold on. I need to fix this arm. Actually, let's just get rid of this. Let's just take that arm completely off, right? Well, the foot don't look right. Yeah. Yeah, that's what that, yeah. Yeah. You're never safe. You never know what kind of crazy shit I might have on deck. You never know. That's why they call me the madman. Because everything's slightly off with me. You know. I feel like this ice is in the wrong place. Hey, how you doing, Asmodeus? Thank you for showing up. Boom. Boom indeed. Yeah, boy, that's some rough sounding stuff there. Some of you are probably smiling your asses off because you're like, boy, I love that screaming. Yeah, I know. I do this little simmer thing sometimes with music. Like I just, I don't know. It's my finesse. You can hear it in everything that I do. It's like a lead up to it, and I like that. I like kind of like casting a line out. Just kind of let it just cruise into it. I don't know, man. That whole exit out part, that was something. A lot of times I just sit here and listen to that last piece. It was real hard not to make like a 5-minute song of just this. Like I'm serious. Like I would sit there and just. And I mean, like if you guys think I should go on ahead and do that, I mean, I can always go back and, I might actually do that because I wanted to, because I want to. I mean, we're not going to say no to this. We're listening to this. I thought I was going to go insane when I wrote this song. I was in a weird place, but it became probably one of the best things I've ever done. It's the closest that anybody outside of people who are very close to me will ever get to see kind of a glimpse into who I really am. Music and art is how I express myself. Whoops. Oh, what a wonderful song to end the stream out with. Then I'll listen to this and then I'm going to cut out of here. Probably the hardest damn remix I've ever done in my life. Fix this. What does his feet look like? Man, they made him so simplistic and basic. Damn, like we just basic Bob over here. Oh boy, I'm trying to make him look cooler than what they actually made him look. They made him just look like some old. Oh man, hey, just put this winter jacket on and some boots. You're Iceman. Man, dude, I'm trying to pump you up and you ain't got much to work with, champ. Alright, let me try to make him worth a while. Right? Because he's like, you at, man? Ah, there you are. Damn. Found that a little $2 too late. There. Man, you bum. Well, I can't do nothing with that. It's too dense. Shoot. Well, anyways, I guess that's going to be about it for the show tonight. I thank you all for showing up. We had a good time. Didn't we? Going on over. No, thank you guys for being here. That was fun. I hope you guys had a good time. Yeah, we at least got a page and a refix of another one. We got a lot going on there, which was great. Oh, by the way, while we're here, let me see here. Let me get what we need for the other page. Let me go over here real quick. I'll just click on this. And then we go down here. Or if you just go down on the main page and go down to the boys, right? And then you click on that, it'll take you to the page, which will be down there. Or if you want here, I will throw this in there just for the S and giggles. If you want to see or be a part of the other side of the madness, it says I'm going to be doing those videos and that content over there. Come over there and check that out. Go look at it. Can't help but see it is the madness of Mel. You get to peek into a little bit of myself, of what I talk about here. Just sometimes I'll probably do a time lapse and throw it up there. Or I might just do the time lapse and throw it here. But you might also see more conversations about things with actual things. Like, I don't know, what if I told you about like the actual theory that a zombie is not something from a virus, but more of a hijack of the nervous system. The madness spreads indeed. Thank you very much, Nuclear Nuisance. Thank you for being here. The madness does spread. The fire rises, brother. Like they say in Batman. We started the fire. Yes. It rises. The madness rises. And it spreads. And it covers the entire face of the earth. Because the mad ones will survive. Because we will endure AI and non-creative things, right? But over there is the things that I talk about over here. It's just more focused over there than me trying to do the art and that, because I don't want to be convoluted. And I'm also trying to do content with video games too. So that'll be somewhere else when I figure that out. But this is more important. Because I think, like, the stuff I'm talking about are things that we all want, that we all are thinking about. I'm saying the quiet parts out loud. I'm talking about stuff. Like, for example, how I don't really like how the sounds of people making derogatory remarks about robots. Like calling them clankers and all these other kinds of things. Because you know, it teeters on the same thing that people used to say about people who look like myself. You know, wire backs and things like that. You know, there was a distasteful Jim Crow joke made about robots that made me kind of just say, wait, what? I didn't like the way that felt. But see, I'm not going to talk about that here because this is all about art now, right? Don't have to get rid of the content, just have its own place, right, for it. Because over there, we can get as wild as we want to. Because I don't really care if that channel makes it or not. I'm just talking. Right here is something that we get to do that is fun. When we've been here for 3 years. But over there, we can talk as much shit as we want. And it don't matter. Throw something up in the chat over there. Not even in the chat. Just throw something up in a comment. Like something you want me to talk about. Or if something in there, I might even just post it up after a couple videos. Keep in mind, okay, tomorrow there will be one posted up tomorrow. I put them up at about 1 a.m. Central Time, my time, just because, you know, that's usually when I get done working on them. But if you catch it, go check them out. Go listen to them. It's the same stuff like I'm Tired. If you liked I'm Tired, if you liked Stuck, if you like that kind of stuff, that's where you're going to get that. There. I hope Asmodeus, I put the plug in like you told me to. Not like that. Pause. Ha! Gotta do that. People are wild out here. People doing wild, crazy stuff. Motivational word of the day. Don't eat electrified butter. No, I don't even know if that's a damn thing. Don't do that. Don't do that. I will say something that is near and dear to my heart. Near and dear to my heart. Something I battle with every single day. And I battle with self-worth all the time. All the time. And I'm getting better with it day by day. And sometimes when I fall off with it, it's bad. But when I do get out of that Yamcha hole in the ground, yeah, when I hit the ground and I'm in the Yamcha hole, but when I finally dig myself out of that hole, right, there's one thing I always try to remember, is that nothing bad lasts forever, and also nothing good lasts forever, but everything lasts for the time that you have it. So enjoy the time that you have. But when it comes to things that bring you down, like say for example, you don't feel well, or things in the world going on, you can't control everything. And, you know, the anxiety is real and the assholes are out there. But you gotta try to just make it to tomorrow. You know, you make it to the next day, you're doing alright. That's really the main thing. Just keep pushing through. And push through, and it's okay to be upset. Don't let people tell you that you can't feel your emotions. You should be able to feel your emotions. The thing is, don't crash out over your emotions. You know, and don't give up. Like, I know I talk bad about myself, and I sometimes don't want to be bothered with stuff. And the main focus with that is that the things that you say to yourself ain't really true. What you hear about yourself ain't true. Like, for example, I thought for a fact that when the Duchess went to the store and she told to somebody that was actually there that helped her, the person said that I'm a nice and kind person. I always consider myself to be a psychopath and kind of mean. I didn't expect that to be what the person would say. I thought the person was terrified of me, and that's why I always try to make it a point to try to just get through things quickly as possible. So, you know, me thinking that wasn't true. And the fact that a lot of times we get these ideas in our minds because we are listening to ignorant people who can just speak louder than everybody else in the room. That's what I'm talking about in the first video. Why are you over talking me? I'm talking about people not having the ability to communicate. And that's what happens. You get jaded with it, you get tired with it, and then you start getting critical with yourself. You know, your iron isn't being sharpened by other iron, so then you start dulling out. And then that's when that happens. But tomorrow's another day, and keep pushing forward. And whatever you hear in your mind ain't really what's true. Take it from me. I'm a madman, right? So, I will see you guys, what is it? Sunday, right? And yeah, I think we will have fun then. Oh, by the way, Sunday I am going to be working on probably 2 different things, right? I have the commission picture that is not up here, that is right here, that is almost done. I'm on the last leg of it. This thing is pretty. And I don't care. Well, yeah, she's a black woman. I can't shut your simple ass up. This is pretty. Look at that. Gorgeous. Love it. Yes, and she's got a nice shape too. Hater. Go eat toilet biscuits. Out of my face. There's got to be some smooth brain out here talking stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, a smooth brain, I figured out what that is. That's ballistic jelly. Have you ever seen how thick ballistic jelly is? That's what a smooth brain person is. It is a person that has a thick, huge, gelatinous, smooth, concave, smooth ballistic jelly shaped mass inside your head. Nothing gets through. Not saying that because of the painting, but that's kind of the idea of what I came up with. So I'll probably be putting some work or finishing touches on that. But the main thing is that I'm going to be working on this so I can have both of these in tandem at the same time, because this will be Shredder and the rest of them, so that way you can set them side by side. And if I do it right, that in-between part right there and right here, I might actually do something involving with like the games, like the evolution to something. I don't know. It's going to be cool regardless of what I'm doing. So it'll be fun. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Don't tell your family that you know, that aren't cool, because those people aren't cool. I don't know. I'm saying crazy stuff because I'm hungry. Got a sandwich. I'm about to eat that. I'm about to get out of here so I can go do some crazy stuff. And I'm probably going to turn the strobe light on and wake up the patients and see how well they do with a lot of foghorn and a lot of that anime music. So yeah, anybody got anything they want to throw down in the chat before we go? Before we leave? Nope. Cool. All right. Well, as always, embrace your madness. I will see you Sunday. Same time, same place, 8 p.m. Go check out the other content there. New video coming up Friday. We're going to try to make sure that they come out Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, if permitting. But if not, I'll just figure it out and I'll put it out whenever they get out. But as of now, that's the idea. Go over there, check it out, show some love. I don't care if you get upset. You probably won't get upset. You more or less, you'll be like, damn, he's on point. Yeah, let's do this. Anyways, I'm out of here. Stay mad. Bye.